So, last time we chatted, we'd made a copy of Walt's face, a life cast, and that's the plaster copy from that mould of his face. And you can see, in actual fact, I think Walt was looking quite pleasantly to his left slightly, because he's not quite in line with his neck. That's not a big problem. So we've got quite a nice life cast of Walt, which we've cleaned up. So that's our master, as it were. And anyway, we had little problems, we've cleared them in and so on. And then I've made a brand new silicone rubber mould of that. Now that's basically a negative mould. So this is basically like a really permanent version of the life cast that we did. This replaces the alginate that we put on Walt's face. We've got plaster bandage again, but much thicker and stronger. And what I did with this, I did a bit more clay here and extended the neck somewhat and gave myself extra space for the fat neck that we're going to make, and just tidied up all these details and so on. So now I've got a really nice permanent master of Walt's face, which is really helpful. And from that I'm also able to make little smaller copies of sections like the eye and so on, like this. So I made little copies in resin of the eyes. So I'm doing a swollen eye, which I'm just starting on now, just adding enough swelling which hopefully isn't going to collide with his eyebrow. That gets detailed and gets the wounding in there for the stitches. And then from that there's also the other, which is part of this picture, of course. That is the swollen eye, which will go to there. And I'm just starting now on the stitch work that goes around the side of his head. So this is done on a flat mould because it's easier, it works better. And then we'll do a longer one. So this is a base plate again, just as a starting point. This is going to be the long one that goes down the side of his face and down into his neck. So it's actually going to go right into his neck. And of course then part of his beard will be missing where that is, and so on and so forth. And again, all that will have to be stitched up and so on. So that's waiting. So I'm just going to perfect my technique with this, get that nice. So in the next day or so that's going to be done, and move on to all these, fine them all up, and then we make what we call a negative mould of that. So it's much like all the other processes. Make a mould of that, take the clay away, and then into that we put our prosthetic silicone material, which looks like flesh and it's soft and it moves like skin, and that's what we apply on the day.